Haters gon' hate anyway, man. This in the lab live. Used to bake pies, now I'm on YouTube on In the Lab Live. Hit the like button, yeah, go ahead subscribe. Ain't no telling what you see, it's gonna be a long ride. Better open up your eyes, cause we be in the bitch till 7 in the morning. Coffee in one hand and the sweet got me zoning. Blocking all the haters, shout out my moderators. They make the show greater, main reason why we made it. So up on the top, I can't see the ground. Got these niggas mad, they love when I was down. Now nigga up, and they can't tell me shit. Shout out to Scale Gang and all my people in this bitch. I got haters, I got friends, I got product, I got ends. If I ever get a play, I know they gon' hate me then. Still rolling in that lax slow, hotter than Tabasco. Don't matter what you buying, I can get you what you ask for. Hottest in the streets, really niggas can't compete. We be grinding while they sleep, yeah, 7 days a week. I ain't tripping on the docks, telling niggas come box. Right, knock them out of socks, boy, you must be smoking rocks. Hey, this in the Lab Live, man. Subscribe to the channel, man.
Fuck. Niggas all day, these niggas don't wanna go to war with me, man. These niggas don't want this shit, bro. These niggas don't wanna go to war with me, man. Fuck.
IGT, bring me a cigarette.
Fucking glad. Hit the fucking road, man.
Let's hit the freaking road, man. Yeah, we back. All right, let's try this all over again. Can y'all hear me good now? Am I coming through your speakers loud and clear? Can y'all hear me now? Are we still choppy? We got any issues going on right now? Or y'all can hear me, you know what I'm saying, Chris, as a $2 bill. Let me know, you know what I'm saying? Or $1 bill or $100 bill. You know, one of the ones that just fresh came out. You know what I'm saying? The bank. I'm just saying, man, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? Can you hear me now? Nene say loud and clear. Okay, absolutely. Drop the Twitch link. Why I need to drop a Twitch link for? Oh, you can drop, okay, over here. Drop the Twitch link, you know what I'm saying? Drop the link to the Twitch in the chat over here, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, guys. All right, we most definitely in the building. You know, IGT, my hair ghetto. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real street ninja. You know what I'm saying? From back in the day, you know, a blast from the past. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. Hold on, let me see who done showed. Maddie done showed me a bunch of love. Don't let Maddie be the only one showing love on the sidewalk. We ain't been over here where you can show love at in about a week or two. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you show me some love without the gold being posted. I ain't got no gold. It's unlimited love over here. It's unlimited. It ain't no limit to the amount of love you can show over here. Shout out to Maddie for that 10. Most definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maddie for being a member for the last 28 months. Most definitely appreciate that, man. Shout out to GBO Manning for that $2, man. Ain't no amount too large or too small. We accept it all. I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. I'm just saying, though. Shout out to the love. Shout out to Maddie again for that 20 piece. Maddie also over here showing out. She done gifted 2 memberships. Shout out to her. If you got one of those, make sure that you thank her because she did it and she didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? I most definitely appreciate it. Golden Girl, stand up. You already know what it is. Shout out to Amazingly, you know what I'm saying, in the building for being a member for the last 21 months. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girl Rika for being a member for the last 15 months. And shout out to Leisha B for being a member for the last 20 months, but really longer than that, you know what I'm saying? Because we go way back to Scale Gang. Some of y'all don't even know what that is. Shout out to my long-standing members, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Shout out to that love over there on Twitch as well. If you're a moderator over here on YouTube, man, drop the Twitch link in the chat so people can support over there as well. We most definitely on Twitch as well, man. Now, let me tell y'all something, man. I'm really hurt right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really hurt right now. What's up with it, CB? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, room 901 in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all, I'm really hurt. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I am torn right now, man. I'm like, man, I know my eyes are deceiving me, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with no Pooh Shiesty. I like him. He cool. His music is good. You know what I'm saying? All of that. But I didn't come up on no Pooh Shiesty, man. But I did come up, you know what I'm saying, on some Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite artists, you know what I'm saying, to ever touch a microphone when it comes to street music, you know what I'm saying, hustling music. You know, besides, I like Jeezy too, but Gucci, man, I must confess, was one of my favorite artists in the game. I ain't talking about this new skinny dude. He might be a clone now with the stuff that's going on, you know, involving his name and the stuff that's on it right now. This new Gucci might be a clone, man, just like they said. He might be a clone. You know, because the old Gucci that I know, the one that I played in my car, you know, and was letting bang in my trunk, you know what I'm saying, would have never did no stuff like this and wouldn't have let no stuff like this happen, you know, in my mind. I'm just saying, though, I'm talking about the big Gucci. You know, I'm talking about the one I just played when we came in. I'm talking about the big Gucci, you know, the one with the gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? Kick the girl out the car while it was still moving on the road. That Gucci, you know, the one, you know what I'm saying, that unalive somebody. That Gucci right there. That's the one I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about this new dude. You know what I'm saying? But I do know the old Gucci, man, and it pains me, you know, for this even be going on, man. But it's crazy, but it's real. Shout out to Miss Pooh Bar for that 20-piece. Said, don't leave me out. They took my cash out, but not my loyalty. Let's go, Pooh Bar. You know what I'm saying? Let's most definitely go. What you about to say about Gucci? I just said it, man. Gucci, my guy, man. Gucci, my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Highlighted comment says, hell, they definitely robbed the clone. Yeah, they got to be the clone Gucci, man. That can't be the real one. You know what I'm saying? I'm convinced now it's a clone. They've been saying it. I think it is now. Shout out to Miss Pooh Bar for being a member for the last 32 months. She say, popping my ish. Big sidewalk gang in the building, man. You know, we hear his wife probably made him cooperate. You know what I'm saying? That's what them women do. You know what I'm saying? Old Keisha Dyer turned that $1 million into $2 or $3 million while Gucci Man was locked up. Then he got out speaking French and stuff, saying, we. Man, I don't know what's going on. But I do, you know what I'm saying, kind of get the drift. Because I must be honest, guys, it was two guys that came out a little bit ago and basically spoke on this situation before there was an arrest ever made. One being Hernandez Govan, the snitch in the Young Dolph case. Well, you know, the alleged, I ain't gonna even say snitch, I'm gonna say the alleged accomplice of Yo Gotti brother Big Juke in the Young Dolph case, guys. You know what I'm saying? Him and Sadie Nash were the first two people that I ever heard speak on this situation. And seeing that nothing never happened, you know, at first made us feel like, well, man, they lying, you know, this must not be real. They must just be capping. Shout out to my girl Rika for that $10. Most definitely appreciate you as well. But I felt like they must be lying because nothing never came of it, right? You know, they put out the information first that Gucci Man got robbed for his wedding ring. And then shortly after they put it out there, you know, to the public, Gucci Man made a status, basically posted a picture with him with his wedding ring still on, you know, which made us feel like, man, they just capping, man. That's just a rumor. They just made that up. Are we 100 likes in yet? Let's get the likes to 100. If you on Twitch, come over here to YouTube, hit that like button for your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? We ought to be real close to 100 people. We got almost 200 people in the building with YouTube and Twitch combined. Man, y'all hit that like button for your boy. We most definitely going up because I'm gonna take y'all down through there with everything that I know so far. Right? So let's go. All right. So Govan and Sadie Nash was two of the people, like I said, that brought this to the forefront first. Then Gucci Man posted a status, you know, basically with his wedding ring on and his chain saying, man, I don't know nothing about what they talking about. You know, these dudes is, you know, basically capping. He didn't say that verbatim, but he most definitely made it seem like it wasn't true, you know, and we ain't heard nothing at all. So then yesterday I was chilling, you know what I'm saying, minding my own business. Minding my own business, I get an Instagram thing that say, hey, man, I'm over here in Memphis, and they just raided Pooh Shiesty family home, guys. They went up in there, and they raided Pooh Shiesty family home. I'm like, dang, man, what's going on? Why would they be, raiding his house? You know what I'm saying? Well, come to find out, they had an arrest warrant, but it didn't have Shiesty name on it. They was looking for his pop, guys. So his pop is involved in this as well. You know what I'm saying? They were looking at his pops. The details wasn't all the way let out yet. People were just speculating why they could have been at the home, basically raiding the crib. Hold on real quick. Let me go here. Hold up. Oh man, let me show y'all this real quick before I even go there. Look at what they got your boy Shiesty on. Look right here. It says Pooh Shiesty charged with kidnapping Gucci, man, at gunpoint. So they done went over there, you know what I'm saying, and basically pulled the weapons out on that boy Gucci. You know what I'm saying? First things first, that's what I just seen when I just went into my Instagram. Basically that, Pooh Shiesty has been arrested for kidnapping Gucci, man, at gunpoint. All right, hold on real quick. Let me take it back down real fast so I can get to what I'm looking for. Hold on. Let me pull it up over here. Because we got to start, you know what I'm saying, as it went down, right? We got to start where it went down. Okay. So I started seeing things pop up on my timeline after I got, basically notified that all of this was going on. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. All right, hold on. So let's go here first. Let's go here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all all the details in one spot, so y'all ain't got to go nowhere else looking to see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? All right, so right here, it shows Pooh Shiesty. Hold on, let me make it big. Let's get right there. All right. It says Pooh Shiesty's Tennessee family home searched and arrest warrant executed by the FBI. Right? It says the FBI executed search. Hold on. The FBI executed search and arrest warrants at Pooh Shiesty's Tennessee family home this morning. On Wednesday, April 1st, local news outlet Memphis 12 broke the news that the federal agents raided a home in Cordova, Tennessee, owned by Pooh Shiesty or his father, right? The raid occurred around 6 a.m. The target of the investigation is unclear. XXL has reached out to Pooh Shiesty's team and attorney for comment. Pooh Shiesty was released from federal prison last October after being sentenced to 63 months for a gun conspiracy charge, guys. Right? So let's keep it rolling. This is what they said. Hold on.
Show it belongs to the family of Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre is joining us live out there. We understand that people were awakened by flashbangs earlier this morning.
Yeah, and they heard
flashbangs. Good Lord, they went up in that thing and threw flashbangs to throw everybody off guard, man. You know what I'm saying? They threw flashbangs in the Pooh Shiesty's family home, guys.
The FBI and TBI screaming, basically going into the house saying that this is the FBI, and you can see right behind me those FBI agents still on the scene. Not only FBI but TBI as well. Now check this out. We've been out here for a little while now, and we have seen these agents tagging the vehicles. We do know that the Shelby County Assessor's Office, according to their website, they list this home being owned by Lontrell Williams. Now get this, Lontrell Williams is also Pooh Shiesty's name. So his father's name is Lontrell Williams Sr. and his name, Pooh Shiesty's name, Lontrell Williams Jr.
Federal agents have been searching a house.
Property records.
All right, so it tried to start us over, but we ain't starting over, right? So I kind of got wind there, that it is most definitely something going on. Still not knowing, that this whole thing is tied to Gucci Man, right? Hold on real quick. Let me pull up another one. I got another one for y'all. And when I pull up this one, I need to change my background settings. Hold on real quick, because we most definitely finna go down through there. Hold on. All right, let's do this. Okay, hold on. Bam. All right, let's pull this up right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more to this entire situation when it comes to the home, guys. All right, so here it is with them talking about Shiesty's family home being raided.
Dean is staying on top of breaking news at midday. Federal agents on the ground in Cordova searching a home owned by the family of rapper Pooh Shiesty. The feds confirmed to Fox 13 they executed a federal search and arrest warrant. Neighbors reporting hearing flashbangs as agents entered the home early this morning. And our crew saw them carrying boxes out of the home as well. And this happened over the past several hours. Fox 13.
So they done took evidence out the crib as well. You know, whenever you see them with those bags, you know what I'm saying, and carrying boxes, some is most definitely being taken out of the house. I don't know exactly what it was that was took up out of there. They haven't reported it yet, but they most definitely took something. I don't know if it was linked to the robbery that may have occurred, or if it was something else, you know, some drugs or some weapons. I don't know. I just know they reported that there was some things that were taken out of the house. It definitely ain't worth going back to the feds for. That's insane. You know, they said Gucci ain't have to tell the whole internet was telling was Govan and Cedric Nash was saying. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? When Gucci got robbed, he had off-duty police officer working as his security. Okay, I bet. Let's go. Let's let him go. Let's go.
Jeremy Pierre has the latest details from Cordova. We're going to check in with him.
We're still working to learn the specifics in this house raid that took place here at this home in Cordova. We do know that according to the Shelby County Assessor's Office, that this home is registered to Lontrell Williams. Now, Lontrell Williams, that is the father of Pooh Shiesty, who also has the name Lontrell Williams Jr. Now, as for the specifics into this investigation, we're still working that out. We have learned that that this was an official warrant that was issued for this home, a search warrant for this home. Those FBI agents, TBI agents, came to this neighborhood about 5:30 or so. People who live in this neighborhood told us that they heard flashbangs, and they also heard the shouting from the FBI agents, TBI agents, telling whoever inside of the home to come out with their hands up. Again, this happened about 5:30 or so this morning. Take a listen to what people we spoke to who are very on edge this morning after what happened early this morning, waking them up.
Heard these couple of loud booms, so I came outside.
Those couple of loud booms was flashbangs. They probably thought people was over there, you know what I'm saying, busting in the area. No, it's dangerous in Memphis over there where Raven come from.
I didn't, I heard them say, come out with your hands up. We've got a warrant.
Again, the FBI confirming that this was an investigation, a raid that took place at this home. Of course, stay with Fox 13. We're going to continue to stay on top of this story for you all throughout the day.
All right, so that occurred, yesterday, guys, right? So, people are like, man, what's going on? What's going on? Now, mind you, Pooh Shiesty ain't hard to find. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, he was at a halfway house in Dallas, right? He was at a halfway house in Dallas. Well, as more news started to go, guys, you know what I'm saying, we find out that not only did Pooh Shiesty's father get arrested in that raid that took place at the home, but Pooh Shiesty had got arrested in Dallas, guys. And that apparently this whole situation took place in Dallas, Texas, guys, with Gucci. Gucci came down, as they say, to do legitimate business, and it wound up turning into something else, guys, right? So let's go here. Not only do we have what the news said as far as Memphis goes, but we also have a press conference that was put out by the DOJ over in Dallas, guys, with the latest and breaking information that was going on with Pooh Shiesty's arrest, guys. Let's go.
This week, 9 individuals, including well-known music.
All right, let's bring that back. They said 9 individuals. It's 9 people arrested in this whole mess, guys. Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty's pop ain't the only ones that got locked up behind the robbing of Gucci Man. It was 9 individuals that also went to jail. So some of his homeboys got locked up as well behind this whole situation. Let's go.
I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas.
Numerous victims, not just Gucci. They took some stuff from some other people too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 9 of them took some stuff from probably everybody in the studio. But listen to what actually occurred according to the laws. This is the DOJ, guys, the Department of Justice over there in Dallas, breaking it all down.
8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover.
We find out from Eggy. Eggy say one of those people that was also robbed was an off-duty police officer. Eddie, that goes back to what y'all was just saying a while ago, with the off-duty police officer being the one that reported the crime, guys. You know, because I guess he was a victim. He was robbed as well at gunpoint by Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty, man. It's crazy.
Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon. The complaint alleges that on January 10th of this year, 3 music industry professionals traveled to Dallas for a scheduled business meeting. Lontrell Williams Jr. arranged this meeting purportedly to discuss the terms of his recording contract with one of the victims.
So he arranged this meeting with Gucci Man, which is Pooh Shiesty. He arranged this meeting with Gucci Man, you know, basically trying to get out of his contract. Does anybody know why he wanted to get out of his contract? If you ever seen the video where first day out, you know, his first day out song, he talked about nobody really doing nothing for him, why he was locked up. That's one of the reasons. The second reason being, you know, Mahel, he should have been better at his job. This is the second time security let Gucci get robbed by Memphis Young. All right. Well, anyway, the second reason being what happened to his cousin. You know, y'all know his cousin Big Scar, OD, you know what I'm saying? And Gucci Man only gave $10,000 to the family for the burial, you know what I'm saying, for the funeral. And Shiesty didn't like that, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's been reported, as far as I know, you know, that he didn't like that, you know what I'm saying? And basically, once he got out, yeah, he made it about Big Scar. Let's talk about it. You know, the Scar's chain situation. Yeah, the $10,000 that Gucci Man put towards Scar's funeral, they felt like that wasn't enough. With him being a millionaire, he should have did way more. That's up for debate. Dang microphone. Hold on, y'all. I can't hear nothing. Again. All right, I hear the music. I hear me. Can y'all hear me? My microphone tripping, y'all. I ain't staticky. Can y'all still hear me good? Let me know. Because my sound on my end completely went out. I couldn't hear nothing. You took the words out of my mouth. Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me? Somebody type, we hear you down there. Yeah, everything's still good? All right, I'm good. All right, bet. So the Scar situation, you know what I'm saying, also played a part in this. You know, not only did he want to get out of that contract because Gucci, as far as he says, didn't do nothing for him while he was locked up or incarcerated, whichever one y'all want to call it, but he also felt like he didn't do enough towards Scar once Scar passed away, guys. All right, so let's let him go.
As alleged, once these 3 men were inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., Wright, whoever he is, he stood in front of the door so that nobody could get out the studio while the robbery was going on, where nobody finna be able to call the laws or none of that until they was done doing what it is that they had to do, guys, when it came to Gucci Man and whoever else was with Gucci, including the off-duty police officer. Man, it got to be crazy, you know, because I know that they didn't know that one of those people was an off-duty police officer, man, but I know, man, once they found out, they was like, oh, man, they probably already knew it was going to come eventually. Home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Towards the end of his prison sentence,
okay, that's Big 30. Okay, thank y'all. So Big 30 stood in front of the door so that nobody could get out, man. Talk about friendship. You know what I'm saying? It seems as if Big 30 most definitely got he most definitely got Shiesty's back. Not to mention, if y'all didn't know, Shiesty recently, after he got out the contract with Gucci, guess who he went and signed with? Who do y'all think that Pooh Shiesty is signed to right now as we speak? You know, he got out the deal with Gucci and then went and signed with somebody that Gucci don't get along with. Who y'all think it is that Pooh Shiesty is signed with now? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Big 30 is his cousin. Okay, all right, bet. So we see why the bond is so close. You got it. CMG. Yo, got it. CMG. Yeah, he recently did a song with Glorilla, you know, after getting out of his contract. So y'all are exactly right about
part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving, the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be been robbed from them. The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendants' roles in the federal offense. This is as follows: electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis.
I most definitely ain't ordered no mic from none of that what you talking about, Raven. This is most definitely a high-end mic. It's a blue one. Yeah, I most definitely know exactly what it is that's going on when it comes to this microphone. It seems like the wire has got a short some kind of way, but it's not a cheap mic. Let's calm down. This just shows the entertainment industry ain't all it's cracked up to be. Well, when you got these real street ninjas involved in the music industry who are really living what they rapping about, yeah, sometimes things can get a little crazy because you got to remember you're dealing with dudes that are most definitely from the streets, and they handle the streets, they handle business the streets way, you know. So when he went to Gucci and probably tried to get out that deal and Gucci wouldn't let him, he took matters into his own hands, and this is why we're at where we at right now.
Tennessee to Dallas, rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group, surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants—
oh man, they ain't gonna be able to get out of it, y'all. Hold on, did y'all hear the evidence they say they have? Let's rewind that.
At the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention.
Hold on. Oh man, this done took me way back too far. I wasn't even trying to, button done got stuck. Stop it.
Discuss the terms of his reasons he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged—
oh, they say Big 30 recorded it—
to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be—
I think we done went too far. Hold on, man. I got to find where I was at where they was talking about having the stuff on surveillance. Give me a second, y'all. That I rewinded too far.
Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. part of the terms of his home detention and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one to sign.
All right, so we heard that part.
Defendant Wright had been granted home detention.
We'll just go from here, guys.
Part of the terms of his home detention
We'll just go from here.
were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams.
I said that, Lulu. Govan and Seti Nash was the first to report what happened before any charges was brought.
Sr. is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims.
So they went on social media like most YNs do to celebrate their victory of getting Shiesty out that deal and robbing Gucci, man. You know, posting all kind of evidence on social media, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about living your raps. You know, that's the thing that people do these days. And people be like, man, now, wow, if they did it, why would they go on social media, you know, and say they did it or talk about, man, because that's what they do these days. That is the YN culture. Do something, then go to social media and boast about it. You know what I'm saying? So you can go to jail and they have all the evidence they need.
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location.
The electronic monitoring situation was that ankle monitor that Pooh Shiesty had on. Yeah, so they was able to say, okay, he was most definitely in this facility at this time because we got it right here off of his ankle monitor. Govan knew the details. Gucci said nothing. I started to believe these people be having more motion in jail than in the free world. Said he said he tried to get Gucci jewelry back. Yeah, he told him he could get it back for a small fee. You know what I'm saying? But Gucci basically had probably had insurance on that expensive jewelry and was able to replace it with the same thing, you know, not needing Seti Nash to go get nothing. He knew that they probably was going to need that for evidence, so he let them keep it. They gangster now, Muslim tomorrow. I'm just saying, man, ain't no way. CB, yes way.
Which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property.
Social media posts displayed by the aggressors, which appeared to be the stolen property. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's the young dude culture these days. Do something, then go to social media, put it on there and brag about it so that the police have all the evidence they need. When would these young dudes ever wake up and understand that when you do stuff, it's best to do it, one, do it by yourself, and two, don't be boasting and bragging about it. You know what I'm saying? They haven't learned that part of the game yet. You know, it's a put it in your raps. You know, they go put it in, they rap about it. You know what I'm saying? Tell all the events. They even tell you where it happened at, what time it happened, and where they went after it got done. Then they go to social media and post what they post the takings, you know, of what they took just so you can know it's real. When living your raps go wrong.
Just in the days following the offense, Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense.
Did you know that you can have permanent?
Hold up, we got a commercial. Hold up. But yeah, man, what y'all thinking so far? This is crazy, ain't it?
In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms.
So this happened in Dallas. He said they came to Gucci and them came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business and was raw, you know, trying to do this business.
The day after the offense. in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe
Dallas is the crooked capital of the world, man. It's a lot of shady stuff going on in Dallas these days. Good Lord, man. I'm glad I don't live there, man. Y'all got to keep y'all head on the swivel down there in Dallas, man. It's too much going on. Dallas is the crooked capital of the world. The dirty D. They don't call it that for nothing. You know, don't go to the D half-stepping. You know, you may not make it home. I'm just saying.
that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we will, together with our law enforcement partners here and the other ones in the Northern District of Texas, will bring you swiftly to justice. I want to thank the FBI Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, the FBI's Memphis Resident Agency and Nashville Field Office, the Memphis Safe Task Force, the Dallas Police Department, the United States Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, Michael Dunovit, and AUSA Greg Wagner, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Texas, my dear friend and colleague Jay Combs, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Tennessee, including my colleague Braden Busek, for their outstanding contributions in this multi-jurisdictional investigation and prosecution. I'd also like to highlight the extraordinary work. None of this happens without the extraordinary work of our AUSAs in this office. And I'm here to say we have the best AUSAs in the entire country. That includes AUSAs Robert Withers, Claire Demers, and my violent crime chief, Jeremy Fugate. This case really underscores the importance of standing up for crime victims, no matter who they are or where they come from. And the incredible collaborative investigative partnerships that we have, not only in the Northern District of Texas, but across the country. And we are all working together to make our country safer. So thank you for being here today. And I'll answer some questions after my colleague here speaks. But now I'm going to turn it over to him. And this is Jeremy Wright, who's the Dallas FBI Assistant Special Agent in charge.
Yeah, my boy say, man, they had a lot of task force. Absolutely, man. When you're dealing with as much crime as Dallas has to offer, you got to have a lot of officers on duty at all times.
Ryan. Good morning, everybody. As Ryan said, my name is Jeremy Wright, Assistant Special Agent in charge for FBI Dallas. As United States Attorney Raybold said, we're here today to announce the arrest of several individuals in the Memphis and Nashville, Tennessee areas, as long as one here in Frisco, Texas. These arrests are the result of a violent kidnapping of 3 individuals here in the Dallas area. The majority of those arrested did travel from Memphis to Dallas to commit that offense. Our office collaborated with multiple law enforcement agencies and other FBI offices to carry out this investigation that ultimately led.
Now, the other CB that I got posted to the screen, that is the question, my G. You know what I'm saying? According to people, what they saying is it wasn't Gucci that told nothing. Gucci actually had an off-duty security guard with him, an off-duty police officer working security that was with him that also got robbed, and he was the one that reported the crime happening. That's what I'm getting, as of now that I've been, looking over this, looking through it, and what people is putting in the comments. They saying that it wasn't Gucci that basically told, but it was an off-duty police officer that was working for Gucci that also got robbed, that told on everybody involved. If that was Gucci, man, it would have been a war out there. I'm just, man, listen, I'm the real Gucci. We ain't talking about that skinny dude. I think the skinny person is a whole nother person now, because the Gucci I know, the fat Gucci, they would have to, call the police to the studio right then as it was going down, because he was going out like a G. I'm just saying, just in what I think. No, not Texas. This dude came from Memphis. Let's slow down. No, he came from Atlanta. Let's slow down. Mayor talking about Texas snitching again.
To these arrests. So I'd like to thank the Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, Dallas Police Department, the Memphis Safe Task Force, Memphis, Tennessee Police Department, and the Shelby County, Tennessee Sheriff's Department for helping with this investigation. Violent crime does remain a top priority for the FBI, and we dedicated significant resources from here in Dallas FBI, Nashville, Little Rock, Birmingham, and Atlanta FBI offices to investigate and successfully arrest these individuals. We remain committed to investigating violent crimes like these. no matter who you are, we will fight every day alongside our partners to make our communities safer. So, thank you.
And we have time for some questions. If you would just identify who you were with and your name would be helpful. Yes, sir. Hi, Kevin.
It may be in the release that you're going to send us, but can you be more specific to who these victims are and a specific location of this studio that you were talking about?
I'll answer the last part first. Yes, it'll be in the complaint, and we're happy to get you a copy of that. It's now unsealed. It was off Dallas Parkway in Dallas, Texas, a music studio. That's what's identified in the complaint. As far as victims go, we won't get into at this time who
somebody find me what they talking about.
As far as victims go, we won't wait.
Oh my God, let's stop it. Let's stop it. Stop going backwards. You about to mess it up again. Goodness gracious. My rewind button is stuck. God, dog. All right, so we know it was shortly after dude got through speaking, so we can go right here.
It'll be in the complaint, and we're happy to get you a copy of that. It's now unsealed. It was off Dallas Parkway in Dallas, Texas, a music studio.
It was off Dallas Parkway in Dallas, Texas. It's a music studio that's off Dallas Parkway. You know what I'm saying? For my people that live in Dallas, that they can go pull it up real fast. What studio could they have been at? The only studio I know in Dallas is the Kitchen. I don't know if that's where they was at or not, but it was off Dallas Parkway, a music recording studio. I'm just saying. Maybe y'all can find it.
That's what's identified in the complaint. As far as victims go, we won't get into at this time who the victims are or not.
Chase with the Dallas Morning News. Can you describe the injuries suffered by the 3 victims?
So one of the victims, and this is actually in the complaint, and we'll get you a copy as well. There's a photograph of the injury. It looks like there's some abrasions on the neck and arm.
So I guess to the complainant, one of the complainant had an abrasion on his neck and arm.
You were still seeking one suspect.
One of the individuals that's been charged has not had his initial appearance yet, but agents are actively working to locate and bring. We
got Raven says it could have been Luminous Sound. Maybe so. I don't know, Raven. I just know the Kitchen. That's the only one I went to that's in Dallas. It could be Luminous Sound. They said Ash Rain. He ain't here to ask. Pressure, here we go. All right, let's go.
Him to court.
If that's the only one off of the expressway, that might be it.
Since there's one person you're still trying to get to come in, I guess, because you're going public with this.
Everybody is saying Luminous Sound. Well, that's probably where it happened at, guys. That's where Gucci and Shiesty was, allegedly at Luminous Sound. That is the recording studio that they might have been at. This Tulsa says something about Vibe Lab recording studio. Okay, it's a couple of them over there. Yeah, that's what it says. I looked. Okay, somebody will drop the paperwork. They said it's unsealed now. Be quiet for 10 seconds. Industry Wave Studios. It's a couple studios over there. Okay, I see now. It's a bunch of them over there. So out of 9 studios, it could have been either one.
Agents are working to find him. The complaint has already been unsealed, and a number of these defendants have had their public hearing already, their initial appearance, and so it's already out there that this.
I see we got a lot of people in the building, man. Let's hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, hit the like button. Also share the live. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? We most definitely reporting on it. And if you're new over here, subscribe to the channel, man. We trying to grow, not stay stagnant. You know what I'm saying? We over here on this channel reporting real world news, not the YouTube news. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and most definitely hit my like button if you have not. We got over 200, almost 300 people in the building, and only got 127 likes. Let's take time to get the likes up, guys.
Individual has been charged, and so that information is in the public record, but I trust that the agents will be able to identify this person and find them and bring them to justice. Of course, that person can turn themselves in immediately.
2 questions. This is Chase with the Dallas Morning News. So the initial incident happens in January 10th. We're here in April. Can you describe the timeline and the length of time, why we're talking about this now? It sounds like.
What's up, Mr. B?
Recently. And then the second part of that question, did all of the arrests happen yesterday, or were they happening over the span of the time that we're talking?
Yeah, good questions. I'll start with the last part. 8 of the 9 happened yesterday, and then we're still working on one more.
8 people have already been arrested. They got arrested yesterday, and the 9th one is still at large right now. So out of all 9 people, 8 of them are already incarcerated. One of them is still on the loose, guys. They working fast. They completely caught them off guard. I think that's why they waited so late in order to go pick them up. They wanted to make them feel like everything was going to be good. Everybody was going to be all right. And then all of a sudden, you know, they pounced on them when they was least expecting it. That way, you know, nobody tried to run and hide or, you know, none of that. They were so caught off guard that they were able to catch everybody except one person, man. He said one more equals Gotti. I don't think Gotti got nothing to do with it. He most definitely wouldn't be getting his hands dirty and anything like that. I doubt if it's Yo Gotti is the next person to get picked up.
And that was, again, a lot of those happened in Memphis. One happened in Nashville, and we're working now with our Georgia counterparts to get the last person brought to justice. Do you want to ask another question, follow up to that? Okay, and remind me of your first part, sir.
We had the initial incident on January 10th,
yep.
April 2nd. Can you describe and kind of characterize why, you know, that amount of time passed before they were arrested?
Well, that was one of the reasons I wanted to list off some of the evidence that has been uncovered to date. A lot of this was subpoena work, search warrant work, and things like that in order to develop the investigation. And so the agents here with me, the agents out in the field, it takes a little bit of time to identify who did this offense and build a case so that we feel comfortable bringing the charges. So actually that's pretty quickly for a federal case of this gravity and this nature. And so I'm very proud of the investigative work, and it will continue from this office as well as our FBI and our local police department.
Crazy work, guys.
Charges, these arrests, how serious are these crimes? What type of these people?
They're facing a range, so there's no mandatory minimum in this case. It's a range of punishment, and it'll be in the province of the judge, whoever gets the case. But it could be from 0 all the way to life imprisonment. And as you know, a lot of what will guide what's called the sentencing.
Whoa, did y'all hear that bombshell? And that must be why people are saying that Shiesty is facing life in jail, guys. Because he just said, oh my goodness, let's stop doing that. He just said, you know, this goes from 0 to potentially life in prison, guys. So they are facing some hefty charges in which they might be spending a long time off in there, man. You know what I'm saying? They might not, and this is Texas, St. Memphis. You know what I'm saying? This is not Atlanta. This is Texas where they make their own rules. So it's looking like, you know, this is why I've been hearing people say that Pooh Shiesty may be getting life, guys. Is it safe to say that Shiesty whole career been about getting Gotti some get back? I don't think so, EK. I think that the things that went on regarding him and Gucci and Scar and him trying to get out of that deal is what led to all of this. I don't think that Gotti potentially had anything to do with it, but I'm pretty sure Gotti signed him because, you know, he was on 1017 or whatever. Then he heard about the things that, well, with Shiesty, heard about the things that Shiesty did to get off of there, and Gotti gave him a deal because they got something in common. They both don't like Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that diss track Pooh Shiesty dropped first. Then the robbery, yes, the lyrics will be used against him. Yo Gotti gave him cash, and Gucci wife could be the motive. Maybe so. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so, but let's go.
Yesterday, or were they happening over the span of time that we're talking about?
Yeah, good questions. I'll start with the last part. 8 of the 9 happened yesterday, and then we're still working on.
So y'all know my button be getting stuck, so we just gonna start from here.
One more, and that was, again, a lot of those happened in Memphis. One happened in Nashville, and we're working now with our Georgia counterparts to get the last person brought to justice. Do you want to ask another question? Follow up to that.
They said we're working with our Georgia counterparts to get the last person in custody. So that means that one of the people, I'm glad I rewinded it. That means that one of the people that was with Shiesty was from the A, guys. One of the people that was with Shiesty is from Atlanta because they're working with their Atlanta counterparts to get the other person in jail. So we got an Atlanta person, you know, along with these Tennessee people that was involved in this as well. You know what I'm saying? Great catch by me. I most definitely just picked that up. That one of the suspects that's still at large is either from Atlanta, Georgia, or stationed in Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, Asia?
Okay, and remind me of your first part, sir.
We had the initial incident on January 10th.
Yep.
Here, April 2nd.
Oh look, we got another commercial. Hold on, y'all. This is crazy, y'all. You know, they was able to track Shiesty by his ankle monitor, put him at the scene, as well as having video surveillance from surrounding buildings and places. That's crazy, y'all. It's like they pretty much got an open and shut case with the off-duty officer being involved as well.
Describe and kind of characterize why, you know, that amount of time passed before they were arrested.
Well, that was one of the reasons I wanted to list off some of the evidence that has been uncovered to date. A lot of this was subpoena work, search warrant work, and things like that in order to develop the investigation. And so the agents here with me, the agents out in the field, it takes a little bit of time to identify who did this offense and build a case so that we feel comfortable bringing the charges. So actually that's pretty quickly for a federal case of this gravity and this nature. And so I'm very proud of the investigative work, and it will continue from this office as well as our FBI and our local police department.
Convicted of these charges, these arrests, how serious are these crimes? What affect these people?
They're facing a range, so there's no mandatory minimum in this case.
From
It's a
0 to life,
and it'll be in the province of the judge, whoever gets the case. But it could be from 0 all the way to life imprisonment. Wow. And as you know, a lot of what will guide what's called the sentencing guidelines will be the individual's previous criminal history, the fact that which
it ain't good for Pooh Shiesty, seeing that he was on an ankle monitor, you know what I'm saying, and just got out of prison. You know, I don't know what 30 background is like, or any of the other people backgrounds is like, but in Texas, man, they don't hesitate to give you a long time in jail. They ain't trying to let nobody go. They trying to convict everybody and put you in there for as long as they can, quote unquote, throw the book at you. I'm just saying. What's up with it, JJ? What's up, man? Make sure all the new people are subscribing to the channel. This is real, Mix. Absolutely, this is real, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Dallas. This is Department of Justice, basically speaking on the charges that they have brought against Pooh Shiesty and his entourage, as well as Big 30. Y'all, it's most definitely real.
One of these individuals committed the offense while on home confinement, so actually serving a federal offense. Assuming that individual is convicted, that will be an aggravation. He's talking
specifically about Shiesty right here, and they're gonna make his stuff aggravated, guys. Oh, Shiesty, it ain't looking good, dog. You might just get life in Texas. He's speaking specifically, and put that S on there, specifically to Pooh Shiesty right here.
Actually serving a federal offense, assuming that individual is convicted, that will be an aggravating factor for sure.
I was curious. I know you're being quiet so far. Can you at least tell us, outside of being locals in Dallas, were they aspiring artists? Are they known locally or even nationally?
I'm not going to get into the victim stuff at this time. I think that more will be coming out there that will help clarify, but I'm not at liberty at this stage of the investigation to disclose that.
And then, can you describe the operation to conduct all of those arrests? How they were in different places? Maybe they all happened around the same time. I'm not sure.
I'm going to hand that one off to my colleague here, Jeremy Wright.
Yeah, thank you for the question. It requires a lot of partnerships across multiple jurisdictions to be able to conduct simultaneous arrests in a manner, to not alert other folks and to do it safely. So really, it's just a coordinated effort. Unfortunately, we have great relationships here locally with Dallas PD and our other partners, as well as other FBI offices have the similar relationships. Memphis is unique. They have the Memphis Safe Task Force there currently, which was kind of a help in a lot of this. So it's really just coordination and pre-planning.
And all of that. So were all of the arrests in Memphis, or?
No. Memphis. We had one in Frisco, Texas, yesterday morning. The rest were in Memphis,
which was where Pooh Shiesty was at, in Frisco. That's where they got Shiesty from. The halfway house. The rest were conducted in Memphis.
And as the U.S. Attorney said, we're actively pursuing the final arrest.
Did you have another question, sir?
All right, so we got Rika says, I'm from Nashville, haven't heard of this. Maybe because I haven't watched the news. Thanks, Mahel, for the info. You know, I got you, Rika. You know, I got you. Convicted felons will not get a bond in Texas. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty has too many aggravated assaults. Yeah, they gonna most definitely, he finna be gone for a minute. If not a lifetime, it's gonna be 10, 20 years. He finna be up out of here. You can most definitely count on Pooh Shiesty to be recording albums in jail from here on out.
I think that becomes public record, but I'm not sure. If I could follow up with you right after, Catherine, if you would get to make sure that we get that information over there. Thank you for coming. If there are any further questions, I just want to underscore the importance here in Northern District of Texas of vigorously prosecuting violent crime. And a couple days ago, I did a press conference in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, let me tell you, just like Mayor said, Mayor tell the people that they would get a bond since they in Texas. They'll most definitely get one. Pooh Shiesty, I'm not so sure about because he is on federal parole. They might hit him with that thing they call a blue warrant, and he will most definitely get no bond. But as of everybody else, if they're not in any kind of trouble, they most definitely can get a bond. But yeah, Shiesty, not so sure about him getting a bond and being able to get out, because they may give him a bond, but even if he pays it, they're gonna double back and go pick him up, you know, for violating his federal parole. So there you go, man, in case you didn't know.
But it just highlights the collaboration. The state, local police are some of our best friends and best partners. Chief Como is a dear friend and partner of this office and has been fantastic for us, working with some of the best in the business, the FBI. And I'm just really honored to stand shoulder to shoulder with the men and women in my office. So again, we look forward to prosecuting this case vigorously. And if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to Catherine Miller. Thank you.
What's up, Big L? Never. All right, so that's what, let me stop this because it's in my ear. So that's the latest and breaking update, you know, when it comes to Pooh Shiesty, as far as, you know, the police go, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, the news goes so far. But most definitely talking about this whole situation, I seen that Seti Nash go live on it as well. Pressure thinks it's a RICO coming soon. Okay, all right. So I want to present to y'all what exactly Seti Nash had to say, since he was one of the first people to break this news of Gucci Mane even getting robbed. But he most definitely gave a breakdown on his channel. Shout out to him. We most definitely gonna take a look at it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's go here.
So all of this happened on January 10th. A lot of y'all calling me, basically, so I work with the feds, the police. Why would I disrupt a case like that and put people?
And he was one of the first people to report it. So, you know, people start saying he was the police. You know, how you know all this, you know, if you're not the law. But he most definitely talks about it. Let's go.
Well, basically antennas up. But it's funny, y'all all called me a liar. Y'all all said I wasn't telling the truth. Y'all all did this, and now y'all got to circle back to the point where now I'm being dissed by people who want to say that they broke stuff first. But it's fine. We bros. We cool. But I'm going to set you on fire real quick. You want it? Roll it.
So at first, shout out to Seti Nash. Seti Nash rocks the internet, and he said
AK-47.
There was an altercation with Pooh and Gucci.
Now understand, this is when it first came out, guys. It says January 18th. You know what I'm saying? To where he just said that Seti Nash was the one that broke the information. January 18th, right after it happened. I think they said it happened on the 16th. 2 days later, we seen Hernandez Govan and Seti Nash start talking about Gucci Mane getting robbed.
After the altercation about getting up out the contract, Pooh made Gucci sign the contract. He left. After he left, some dudes ran up on Gucci. They robbed him, took his ring, took his watch. His security tried to draw guns, but guns were drew on them. And he said he could get the jewelry back. That's what Seti said. Then I see the video from Poetic Flock, get the jewelry back. Now we got Tasha K coming out, and Tasha K is saying that wasn't no jewelry stole. That Gucci Mane was kidnapped, helped at gunpoint, forced his way out of the deal. Listen, y'all. I'm starting to believe ain't nothing happened.
Which a lot of people did, because once these stories start breaking, you know, nothing didn't happen. So people start feeling like, man, this just must be cap. But now at this point in time, we see that it really went down for real. But let's go.
It might have been a little spat, but how the hell, and Tasha K said, trust this source that knows it all, told her this. So one situation happened, and we got all these goddamn different reasonings and different sources coming out. What the hell happened to the man? As I look, Pooh is still signed to 1017. He still got 1017 on his YouTube. He said he in album mode. He ain't said nothing about nothing. Gucci ain't said nothing about nothing. Keisha, who's a civilian, ain't said nothing about nothing, hinted nothing. He's still on the 1017 website. They still sell.
Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Keep those likes moving. If you're in the building, most definitely hit that like button. Let's get the likes up, guys. We should be over 200 likes by now. Shout out to everybody who have already hit that like button. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. I'm giving you all the information. You ain't got nothing to hate on.
In this merchandise, they still got FDO up there. It don't look like no man up under no contract to me. And then my whole thing is that I did some little research, and Keisha is a part of that too. Gucci can't just sign rappers away. Keisha gonna have to sign too, because it's Gucci label, but I don't know if it's a part ownership. It's something to where she has to be there for when Gucci signs certain things, and you know, because Gucci is labeled schizophrenic and he might make rash decisions. So when it comes to decision making, business making, she has to be there to one witness and the two co-sign. I don't see Keisha co-signing, bro. So what y'all saying? Keisha got robbed too? Is the jury gone or not? He said the jury is gone. Tasha K said ain't no jury ever get took. He said Pooh left. Tasha said Pooh held him at gunpoint. Tasha said that Pooh got locked back up for it, but we see him playing a video game. But he said that Pooh was only in the halfway house for violating some type of residential stuff. All I know.
Shout out to Nurse P for being a member for the last 30 months. She says, get my hair likes up. Most definitely hit my like button. And shout out to you for being a supporter so long.
Is that I don't believe nothing no more, man.
Bet your ass believe now, huh? What my video say? Gucci man robbed after Pooh Shiesty dispute, January 15th.
So he reported on this on the 15th, guys. Is when what's his name? Seti Nash reported it on the 15th, guys. So he most definitely, and like I said, that's where I seen it at, as well as Hernandez Govan. Seti Nash and Govan were the first ones to report on this, as far as I know.
2026. What I do and what other people do are completely different. How they do whatever they do is completely different than mine. I'm not here to tell you who's wrong and who's right. I'm just going to tell you how I do my spiel. But I just find it funny how all of a sudden certain things start to happen and all of a sudden I'm the whatever the hell. That's fine. But everybody, the true visionaries, bro, y'all know I don't need to lie. I don't need to make this shit up. So I'm going to give you some more shit that the internet blogs don't know. I'm going to break down some more stuff that nobody know because they didn't know the damn story when it happened. So here it goes. Gucci Mane had the opportunity to stop this shit, and he said he didn't give a damn. Gucci's exact words was, I don't give an F. That was his words. What happened once the robbery happened?
So basically, Gucci said he don't care what happened to them fools. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what happened to them fools. They done held me at gunpoint, took my jury. At this point, it's out my hands. I don't care what happened to these dudes, because he says that Gucci had a chance to stop it. So Gucci was in his feelings like, man, I don't care what happened to him. Yeah, if the security guard called the police, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Deal with it, oh well. I don't care what happened to you. Oh well, you got yourself in this position, get yourself out. That's what Gucci said.
Gucci got on a plane with his people, pissed the hell off, It's people being the security guard. How did he say it's only 3 individuals? Because the 4th person was an off-duty cop who made the original complaint. Think about what y'all hearing.
So he confirms that it was an off-duty police officer, that basically filed this report and not Gucci.
That FBI agent just came out his mouth and said, we further got his shit. Meaning we further proved that this actually happened by the ankle monitor, by the outside businesses that had all of this shit, his daddy being dumb enough to partake more and more in this shit.
And that's the craziest part of all. I wonder what part his dad played. Pooh Shiesty daddy is a gangster too. You know what I'm saying? Remind me of Case O'Neal. He done got his family involved. He got his cousin in it, Big 30, and he also got his daddy in it. That's crazy.
Which the initial was, his daddy ain't had shit to do with it. Turns out that part of the story, a little more likely they was trying to save the daddy. And I know why they trying to save the daddy. See, the daddy got some shit in 2019 that came out about him. That'll get released now by me. But they gonna put that shit out there.
And stamps what I just told y'all about Pooh Shiesty daddy being a gangster as well. Pooh Shiesty daddy is a gangster, like father, like son.
Yeah, there's some stuff that happened. It's either 2019 or 2009. One of the 2 dates. So be on the lookout for his daddy paperwork to drop soon, and it's gonna make a whole lot of sense.
Oh man. Says that the father allegedly rented cars in his name and that the dad is potentially Gotti's best friend. Shout out to Lulu.
So Gucci gets on the plane, they land. The off-duty cop asks Gucci, what you want to do? Gucci said, I don't give a F. But that, when they got there and that timeline of what you want to do, didn't happen immediately. My bad, though. I'm epped out real quick because there's so much shit I want to say, but it's like, y'all don't get it, bro. When you be knowing shit like I know shit and you still got to adhere to this punk ass street code, to all of this shit, bro, and you do certain things that, yeah, I'll leave it at that. But basically, Gucci had a chance to stop this. I told y'all yesterday, Pooh Shiesty and his people was flaunting all this shit and everything. Yo, oh, no. Oh, said it is, you wrong. The jury.
Said it, let me be the first one to tell you, dog. You was right.
Sure. Why not? So instead of gloating, how about this? Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. The same guy who told y'all P&B Rock died. The same guy who told y'all Black Zach was arrested facing life sentence. I'm still that same guy. The same guy who told you the bullshit with Lil Durk before that even happened, years before, and called that. I'm still that guy. That's the reason y'all subscribe. It wasn't just the hood lawyer shit.
All right. So he went to popping his collar right there. You know what I'm saying? He went to popping his collar. But yeah, man, most definitely, this is most definitely real, guys. The situation is crazy when it comes to Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty. I got some more for y'all. We ain't done. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I found a thingy with basically one of the with a lawyer, you know, breaking down what exactly could be going on with Pooh Shiesty in this whole situation, because we hear about a life sentence, guys. A lot of people are curious about this life sentence. Let's get this up here. All right, so here go a lawyer. You know, I be seeing him everywhere. He done broke down the Durk case. He was breaking down the what's his name, Diddy case, you know, and all of that. So he is reputable. He got a good reputation. You know what he's talking about. Let's see what he says when it comes to Pooh Shiesty.
Shiesty update. You've heard the rumors about how he's getting arrested and he robbed Gucci Mane. Well, here's what we really know. What we really know is that earlier this week, the FBI executed a search warrant at the house of Lontrell Williams. Not clear if they're talking about Pooh Shiesty Lontrell Williams or his dad, Lontrell Williams Sr. but that house in Memphis was raided. After it was raided, reports came out that Pooh's dad and Pooh were both arrested. Seems pretty clear that he's been arrested now. The bombshell report that just came out today out of Dallas is that the DOJ is getting ready to file a criminal complaint against Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 for, get this, a robbery at a Dallas, Texas recording studio where Pooh invites a recording contract executive to the studio to discuss his contract. The report doesn't name this executive. Presumably it's Gucci Mane. And that once there, rather than discuss the contract, things get violent. Pooh pulls out a gun and forces this executive to sign. The allegations get crazier, according to the report. Big 30 barricades the studio, doesn't let anybody get out. They force the contract signature. They also rob everybody there with Rolexes and jewelry and whatever else. They get out of there. The feds say, we saw social media. Some of the perpetrators of this robbery were on social media flashing the stolen goods. What is going to happen with this case? Well, look, presumably Pooh's going to get arrested and charged with maybe a federal court or a state court indictment. Pooh's on supervised release. Supervised release for 3 years, started last year in 2025.
It's not looking good for Pooh.
He's still got tons of years left on supervised release. He's going to get a violation on that probably, definitely, if this report is accurate about the charge. Then once he gets that violation for an armed robbery, it's very possible that he's going to go right back into federal prison. Now, Pooh's got great lawyers. Pooh has not actually formally been charged, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Wild story, wild report. We'll see what happens when the dust settles. Pooh.
It's crazy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, we got the update as far as, you know, what they're saying, and he's been charged with kidnapping and robbery, guys. You know, so it ain't looking good for Pooh Shiesty. But as of with anything else, y'all know once things happen, the streets are most definitely gonna react. And you know, it's some people on here that has some unfavorable things to say regarding Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? And we got YSL Woody. He most definitely had questions of his own. Let's see what YSL Woody had to say about all this. Let's go.
Understand this, y'all. Please help me. I really need help. Pooh Shiesty did all that time in jail, in the feds. He around people that have unbelievable cases where it show how far the feds willing to go. Pooh Shiesty came home, y'all, and made the first day out, they sent him right back to jail. Pride and ego is our main enemy. That's why I call myself Wooded versus Wooded. I have to fight myself every day to not let these suckers trick me back in jail. To not let these suckers trick me away from my kids and take my life. That young nigga came home, bro, and did NBA YoungBoy numbers. First song he put out, they said he was gonna flop. That young nigga went to the top. He had all the cars, the lifestyle, everything he dreamed of having. But he didn't change his mindset. Look what the boy did. The boy done went and did some stupid shit. Caused him to go back to jail. See, young man.
It's crazy.
We our own enemy. The shit stopped when we change our mindset. Man, we ain't got to fake an image no more. We did what these niggas wish they can do. We ain't got to keep doing it. That's why I say these niggas play the game till they lose. You got to know when to get out of it, bro. You got to know when to say, okay, this is it. Because they all love you. They get.
Woody, you exactly right. You got to know when to get out of it. You got to know when to say this is it. Once you make that $1 million you've been striving for your whole life, what sense do it make to let somebody trick you out your position and throw everything that you worked so hard to obtain in the trash can? I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that on YouTube too. You know, they want to strip you of all your success, everything you have ever done, to make you have to start over again from the bottom. And I refuse.
Ass you on. And when they're putting fucking handcuffs on you, and you come to the realization that this shit is real, now y'all wonder why Wooda walk the way he walk and talk the way he talk. Nigga, that the feds are real. That cemetery with all them bodies in there is real. This ain't Grand Theft Auto. This ain't no fucking TV show. This our real lives. And y'all wonder why these white people don't want to see us with no money. Because we do stupid shit with it. You had no business doing that. You folks came out here and led by example. God bless the rest of y'all. Let me understand this.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Woody is most definitely not as slow as they be trying to make Woody. Woody got a lot of sense, you know what I'm saying? I most definitely peep game that he wasn't really being slow. He was what they say, he was playing slow. He wasn't really slow, he was pretending to be slow, but he actually got a lot of sense, guys. Now, they have also been debating how long Pooh Shiesty has basically been in jail, because a lot of people think, well, he just got picked up the other day. Well, it's reports out, according to Hernandez Govan, that says that that Pooh Shiesty has been in jail for at least 4 days, guys, according to Govan. Govan is saying that Pooh Shiesty been locked up. It says Govan Hernandez claims Pooh Shiesty been in jail for 4 days. Right here, it got his post. It says Pooh Shiesty been locked up for 4 days, Goofy. So even though the news just broke to us that he has been locked up, according to one of the people who basically put out all of this information in the first place to let us know that Gucci Mane got robbed, according to Hernandez Govan, you know, Gucci Mane, I mean, not Gucci Mane, but Pooh Shiesty has been locked up for the last 4 days, meaning when they went and raided his pops, he was already in jail, guys. They had already got it. Crazy. You know, now that's only speculation at this point because, you know, we don't know where to turn or what to believe. But in seeing that they have the inside information on Gucci Mane getting robbed in the first place, I tend to go with what they say. And I'm willing to bet that he ain't lying about Pooh Shiesty being locked up for at least 4 days now, guys. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy. And just like with anything else, like I said a while ago, the streets are most definitely going to react when things go on. And, they ain't liking the fact that Gucci is tied into all of this. Check this one out. A street dude has some words about this whole situation as well. Let's see what he had to say.
Let me find out this nigga walked and got this nigga indicted, folks. Let me find out you done let these niggas out you and take your shit, bro. Let me find out this shit, man. On Juice, this shit diabolical, cuz. Let that nigga sign to your Gotti in peace, nigga. You gonna get that nigga jammed up? It's his first day out. How you gonna get a nigga jammed up on this FDO? This shit crazy, cuz. On to this shit sickening, bro. Nigga can't beat my favorite rapper telling on niggas. This shit a shame. Nigga moving like zero, cuz.
Y'all heard me? Yeah, man. I remember I told y'all I was hurt. My boy say, man, this nigga can't be my favorite rapper telling on folks. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy.
On Zeus. Let me find out this nigga walked and got this nigga indicted, folks. Let me find out you done let these niggas out you and take your shit, bro. Let me find out this shit, man. On Zeus. This shit diabolical, cuz. Let that nigga sign to your Gotti in peace, nigga. You gonna get that nigga jammed up? It's his first day out. How you gonna get a nigga jammed up on this FDO? This shit crazy, cuz. On to this shit sickening, bro. Nigga can't beat my favorite rapper telling on niggas. This shit a shame. Juice, nigga moving like zero, cuz. On Juice. Let me find out this nigga walked and got this nigga.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Wait a minute, man. Dang, man. My boy Gucci done got himself in some nonsense, man. All right, so this has come from academics right here. This is the official report, you know, from News 12, guys. It says rapper Gucci Mane allegedly robbed, kidnapped in Dallas by other rappers, including Pooh Shiesty and Big 30. The DOJ says. It says rapper Pooh Shiesty and Big 30, along with others, are accused of orchestrating an armed kidnapping and robbery of a fellow rapper, Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? It says Dallas. Rapper Gucci Mane, whose real name is Roderick Davis, was allegedly robbed and kidnapped by rappers Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 in Dallas, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. The DOJ said Thursday that 9 people, including the aforementioned rappers, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas 8 of the 9 suspects were arrested on Wednesday, according to the DOJ in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville, guys. So it is officially real, guys. You know what I'm saying? He most definitely is in a whole lot of trouble, guys. Now, it makes me question the street code once again, but I must say, you know, with this newfound evidence when it comes to who actually told, I don't know, you know, how y'all feeling out there? Is Gucci Mane considered to be a snitch now? You know what I'm saying? That is one thing that I want to know. Do y'all consider Gucci as being a snitch? Because we heard Seti Nash say, you know, basically that Gucci Mane had a chance to stop all of this, but instead of stopping it, you know, he basically said, you know, whatever happens, happens. You know, I seen somebody in the comment section say, in order for this to have relevancy, Gucci Mane had to write a statement. It's not clear if Gucci wrote a statement or not. But what is clear is they saying that it came from an undercover officer who was working security, you know, for Gucci at that time, who pressed these charges, and not Gucci Mane himself. So ATL Pink says, heck no. You know what I'm saying? Gucci is still not a snitch. Cupcake say, where is the paperwork? I'm pretty sure they're going to get on it right after this. People are going to go look up that paperwork that has been unsealed. So to anybody that is mind is sparked by this live, make sure you send me that paperwork when you get it. You know what I'm saying? I would most definitely like to go over it and see for myself what exactly is going on. She said, Star Magic say, lost his favorite rapper. He gone, man. My point is, you have to be a dumb to continue messing with a key.Federal informant, period. That's my opinion. Boss Lady say, that's interesting. Wouldn't he be considered an accessory? Hey, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? My question is, do you feel like Gucci Mane is snitching, or is Gucci Mane in the clear, seeing that he ain't the one that went and filed the paperwork to get him locked up? Can't just put a jacket without paperwork, okay? Gucci had an officer with him, definitely a snitch. That's what Mayor say. Gucci Mane is a snitch. King Raven says, no, yes. Yeah, it's hard to determine, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they, you know, these people like to say telling it is telling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to bet Gucci didn't snitch, in my opinion. Okay, all right. Okay, it's okay. What happens to Gucci from 2006? Listen, Lovey, that's what I was saying. I'm like, dang, man, they done turned my boy Gucci, you know what I'm saying, into a skin dude who will go to the police. The Gucci I knew took matters into his own hand, would have settled all that. They would have had the whole SWAT team at the studio with the fat Gucci. I'm just saying. His wife Keisha is the one who pushed for the police. She ratted. Okay, so you calling his wife the snitch? All right. You're going to jail. LOL. Real talk. One thing Gucci ain't did is snitch. So they still feeling like, some people are feeling like Gucci ain't no snitch. But here, I'm about to look for the paperwork right now for you. Okay. All right. Valerie is posted. They Pooh Pops the snitch. They Pooh Pops the snitch. Okay. That was smart of Gucci to have an off-duty officer as part of his security. He don't have to tell nothing, and he ain't got to worry about nothing either. Miss Benz, you right about that. You know what I'm saying? The off-duty officer had to report that. Okay. Keep passing my comments. I've been in here all day. See how you treat us great people. Well, I didn't see it. Put it in a super chat or a super sticker, Miss Business Owner, and I guarantee you I won't miss it. You know what I'm saying? If it light up a color, I won't miss nothing you got to say. I promise. If they had robbed me, I can identify them. They ass going to jail. Okay. It's considered snitching. However you look at it. Okay. Snitch on his behalf. Okay. Gucci had no gun with 9 people. Gucci ex-con couldn't carry a gun. He lucky to be alive. Let's go. 30 shouldn't have passed him. That Drake. Okay. Gucci didn't snitch. All right. All right. So we got a lot of people in here saying, hey, man, Gucci still good. So Jay-Z a snitch. He got a Fed as a lawyer too. LOL. Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was just wondering how people looked at it when it came to, you know, Gucci being a snitch, you know, with his name being involved in all of this and, you know, people going to jail. I wondered if they would still look at him as a snitch. But here, think of it this way. If they had keys and Ish in the spot and they didn't know it, was a police officer, that's a snitch. Okay, Mayor. You know what I'm saying? Ms. Benz, how you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Okay. Well, we know who had special education classes all day matching crayons. All right, man. Here you go, Slim. Snapping Turtle say, if you get robbed, it's not snitching. Okay, I bet. You know, so it's kind of up in the air. You know, some people feel like he is, some people feel like he ain't. Only way he ain't snitch if he tried to do an insurance claim on the jury and the jeweler said they got to do a police report for that $1 million ring. So let me tell you this, Lovey, he most definitely got another ring because he posted a picture with the ring still on, which led people to believe that that whole story was false in the first place. So I'm willing to bet Gucci had insurance on that $1 million ring, and they probably did want a police report in order to replace it, but it has most definitely been replaced. So call it what you will, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk. So say this all ex-street ninjas hire police for security and don't tell nobody. Okay, special ed classes and be rich now, so jokes on who. All right. Yeah, man, it's a lot going on. The law already have information about all 9 of them. The police picture was old. That picture was old. I don't know if it was old or recent, Cupcake, and you don't either. You don't know if that picture was old. You know, how you know if the picture was old? He could have, man, I'm willing to bet you don't walk around with $1 million worth of jewelry on your neck and finger and don't have no kind of insurance on it at all. Come on, man, that's $1 million. You could lose the ring. You could mess around and drop the ring, you know what I'm saying, and the diamond fall out and get lost down the drain. And yeah, they not trying to, man, people ain't trying to go rebuy no $1 million. I know I wouldn't. I'm putting insurance on mine. Best believe that. You know what I'm saying? Best believe that. Yeah, we had insurance, broski. I can believe it. You know what I'm saying? Gucci got robbed, period. He did. But what's so funny, the feds are going to kind of switch way into Gucci to confess about something else while he called for help. Okay. That definitely didn't make sense. Special education, you can cry. Oh my goodness, y'all band up battling. Yes, G's does have the praise lady on his team. Okay, all right, bet. He a snitch, and that's a fact. Gucci, his name is UC. May I read my last comment? Man, Mayor, put in a super chat or a super sticker, or stop complaining about me not reading your dang comment, man. I'm clicking on as many as I can. You know, I'm clicking on as many as I see. If they get them from Johnny, they are not real anyway. LOL. Doing a robbery with an ankle monitor on told me everything I need to know. Yeah, he most definitely had that ring. He most definitely had that ankle monitor on. Gucci in the clear and will remain a legend. Okay. Don't you have a file or report in order to claim insurance? You most definitely do. It's just like when somebody hit your car. You got to make a police report or the insurance company ain't going to honor it. You know, so you most definitely got to make a report. A bunch of Gucci goofies. All right, man. Hell, you not reading it right. LOL, man. I really don't want to see y'all battling back and forth because the question was Gucci man a snitch or not who is slow and need to be riding a short bus or how many crayons is in a crayon box. That between y'all. I said, well, at least they got arrested in Texas. They will get a bond according to y'all Texans. They will get a bond. But just like I just told you, Mayor, I'm not so sure about Pooh Shiesty. His best bet is to sit. His best bet is just to sit in jail and let it go where he go. Because if he burned out, they coming back to pick him up because he was on federal parole. So they gonna put that blue warrant out, you know, and then it's not gonna be good for him. You know what I'm saying? He most definitely gonna sit in there, shaking my head. Not if I had an ankle monitor on. He's cooked. Funny how you see all your friends. How you see all your friends and blue people. I see you too, Raven. You know what I'm saying? I seen you. All right, let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? She started it, Mahel. She started it. See, there y'all go. You know what I'm saying? They messing with me, y'all. So they were going to do business after they made them sign a contract. No, they was doing business. That's the reason why Gucci came in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Was to do business with Pooh Shiesty. I guess probably thought they was on a song or something, or wanted to, you know, him to basically come and, you know, release him out the contract. But it didn't go as planned. If Gucci man said no, they pulled the straps out and basically made him sign the contract to release him. I'm just saying, no bond. Never ever. Let's go. Mayor is a snitch. They hit up Mo3 on the highway and got bunned. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. There they go. All right, y'all. I ain't dropping the link today. Not right now. I got some things I need to do, but I most definitely wanted to come and present y'all with that information, you know, so that we could all be up to speed on what's going on, you know, with Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and Gucci Man, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the presentation. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all got a lot of information that y'all did not know that y'all are clear on now. You know what I'm saying? And basically, you know, it took me a little time to gather everything I needed to gather, but I most definitely put it together, and I most definitely made it a presentation for y'all, so y'all could be all the way caught up on everything that's going on all in one place, man. You know what I'm saying? Over here on the sidewalk, we get to many different types of avenues to give information out to the people, whether it's YouTube news or worldwide news or rap news, and this channel is most definitely geared towards rap news, so it ain't no telling what stories I'll be covering over here when it comes to the music industry and the things that are going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of my members. Shout out to the new subscribers. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely hit that like button. If you have not, we should be well over 200 likes. We done had over 300 people in the building, and we had 194 likes. Shows you how much these people, you know what I'm saying, hate good entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Good quality entertainment. Wasn't no scratching, wasn't no arguing, wasn't no fussing, you know, just pure information for the people to, you know, take into consideration, you know, and expand on what you did know as well as what you did know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the old subscribers, shout out to the new subscribers, shout out to my moderators, and most definitely shout out to all my members. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Make sure y'all tap back in with me over here in the lab live, you know what I'm saying, where we most definitely bringing that content, you know what I'm saying, and don't ever forget, I got all the content. Abso-freaking-lutely. I catch y'all later, man. Y'all be safe. With that being said, Sidewalk Gang, checking out. I catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good. Hit that like button. Haters gonna hate anyway, man. Subscribe to the channel, in the lab live. Used to bake pies, now I'm on YouTube on In the Lab Live. Hit the like button, yeah, go ahead, subscribe. Ain't no telling what you see, it's gonna be a long ride. Better open up your eyes, cause we be in the bitch till 7 in the morning. Coffee in one hand and the sweet got me zoning. Blocking all the haters, shout out my moderators. They make the show greater, main reason why we made it. So up on the top, I can't see the ground. Got these niggas mad, they love when I was down. Now nigga up, and they can't tell me shit. Shout out to Scale Gang and all my people in this bitch. I got haters, I got friends, I got product, I got ends. If I ever get a plaque, I know they gon' hate me then. Still rolling in that lack slow, hotter than Tabasco. Don't matter what you buying, I can get you what you ask for. Hottest in the streets, yeah, these niggas can't compete. We be grinding while they sleep, yeah, 7 days a week. I ain't tripping on the docks, tell them niggas come box. Right, knock them out of socks, boy, you must be smoking rocks. Hey, this In the Lab Live, man. Subscribe to the channel, man.